out onto the mizbeach, the gazon. Now there's coals on the mizbeach, so they would have to tell him that you put your hands over the fire and then work your way back because it's going to smoke up. If you start here and move your way this way, you're going to get burnt by the time you get to the end. Well, they have to tell that to him because it's his first time. He may not recognize that that's what's going to happen. So you have to tell him you start at the end. Sort of lahavdil, the cleaning lady, when they do the floor, you have to tell them that when you mop, you don't mop yourself in and then you walk on it. You have to do oisa shalom as you leave the room, you know. So, okay. The Memuna would have to tell him, Hector, if the Kohen Gadol was the one that was doing, because the Kohen Gadol could always choose to do it, and I guess he could do it even more than once, even though it wasn't his first time. Ishi Kohen Gadol Hector. Ishi, I guess, means like master. Kohen Gadol. On Yom Kippur, he for sure did it. But I think he was allowed to do it whenever he wanted. Let me see what the commentaries say. You think it's only on Yom Kippur? I'm not sure. I don't see a comment on it.
Kohen has the right to do service whenever he wants.
I know. Keteris as well, though? Is that included? That's the...
Figured.
Okay.
I don't have a source.
Okay, so he says, Hector, Parshuam, everyone would leave. The Hector, Vestachva V'yatza, and he would do the Keteris. The pasuk says that Chaladam La'yeh Ba'ayel, Mayed B'vayel L'chaper B'kaidash, that no one was allowed to be in the room when the Keteris is being done. So everyone would have to step out.
So who's doing the Keteris?
Except for the person doing the Keteris. Now on Yom Kippur, that rule...
The only reason that the Kohen doesn't do the Keteris twice is the school thing. I don't know stuff.
Oh. Okay. Wow. Okay. Bisman, we're on the last page here. Bisman sheKohen Gadol nichnas le'ishtachavos. When the Kohen Gadol would go in to take the bow,
the same consideration applies. If the whole reason consideration to give as many people as possible, why would you say the Kohen Gadol would do it whenever he wants?
No, he's allowed to. He's able to.
No one's talking about if he's allowed to. We're just saying what's the case here when he's going in to do the Torah. So we just said that they wanted as many people to get the opportunity. Right. So why is he going to hop around every day?
No, but if he wanted to, would he be allowed to?
Yeah, exactly.
That's a different question.
So, no, but the question, when it says over here, if the Kohen Gadol was doing it, is it referring to that he had an opportunity, he was technically able to do it? You're saying he...
Even if he's allowed to, the consideration is to let everyone do it.
All right. All right.
Pash is talking about Yom Kippur.
Could be.
Just said.
Right. Now, I just want to point out, the Rambam on the side goes through...
It doesn't say the Rambam.
Abaya. It is the Rambam. When it started, it said the Rambam. If you look back on Lamed Beis Amid Beis, there's a little Mikan Beilach Uperish Rambam. The Rambam on the side goes through Abaya Hav Masada Seder Maracha, and he points out that this doesn't fit with our Mishnah. Because over there it says that Dama Tamid comes before Atavis Chamesh Neiros. No, is in between Atavis Chamesh Neiros and Atavis Shtei Neiros. But the Chachamim say that the Keteris is also done in between. And we don't mention that. And he says that's only the opinion of Abba Shaul, but according to the Chachamim, we would do it different. Someone just asked me, Chaim, your brother just asked me, how can we say Abaya have a Masadr if it's not the halacha? We say that every morning. It's not the halacha. It could be because he was the one that said it in a organized. We have that tradition, and it's said in this organized way. So we recite that even though that's not actually the way that we do it. Where he just said it like perfectly in because we would have also the Ketores in there. Okay. This man Kohen Gadol nichnas l'shtachvis. When the Kohen Gadol goes into bow, shleisha eichsim by there's three people that are holding on to him. Echad b'yamina, v'echad b'smoilei, one on his right side, one on his left side. V'echad b'avanim toivos, and one on the good stones, precious stones. Which precious stones? The Rambam over here says that it's the ephod, which was on his shoulder, and the Rosh says it's talking about the choshen, which is on his chest. Now, kivin sheshama mamuna, kol raglav shel Kohen Gadol shu yotzei. When the Mamuna hears the sound from the Kohen Gadol, because it says Kol Raglav, but it probably means the bells. So Higbia Laya Pareches, he lifts up the curtain. Now the curtain here is not the curtain that we mentioned before. What happened was there were doors to the Heichal and there were doors to the Ulam. But together with those doors, there was also a curtain that hung there. So even if the doors were open, it was still sort of closed with a curtain. So he would lift up the curtain, v'yishtachava v'yatza, the Kohen Gadol would bow and leave, nichnasu achav hakayim v'yishtach v'yatza, and then his brothers, the Kohanim, would go in and bow. They would bow every morning. Bo v'amdu al mailas ulam, they stood on the steps of the ulam, the 12 steps. Amdu rishonim l'darim, the first ones were on the south side. We'll see who they are. I'm sorry, l'drei machem hakayim, to the south of the brothers, the Kohanim. The Chamisha Kalim biyadim, and they had the 5 vessels in their hands. Hatni biyad echad, the tni was the little a bowl that held the waste from the menorah and the mizbeach. Hakuz biyad echad. I'm sorry, that was the mizbeach. The kuz had the waste from the menorah. The fire pan was in the hands of one. How
many hands did he have?
There were 5 people. Each one had, yeah. The kafik kasiv banachad and the kaf that had that held the bazich, and its cover, and the cover of the kaf was in the hand of one. Baruch Hashem bracha achas. They gave one bracha. That's birchas kayanim. El shemdina imreisa shalish brachas. B'mikdash bracha achas. Birkas Kayanim, we say as 3 brachas. Barchenu ba'bracha ha'meshuleshes b'Torah. I was always taught in school that I have to read it, not ha'meshuleshes b'Torah, because it doesn't say it 3 times in the Torah. Barchenu ba'bracha ha'meshuleshes. It's the bracha that has 3 psukim. Mm-hmm. Not Mishuleshes B'Torah. Right. Then I saw in one of the Chabad Sidurim that it says a comma after B'Torah, Mishuleshes B'Torah. It says see Sicha somewhere where the Rebbe explained that you could really read it Mishuleshes B'Torah, but I didn't look it up, so I don't know the explanation for that. So in the Beis Hamikdash it was said as 1. They only said Amen once at the end. In the Medina it was said as in the city it was said as 3 separate brachas. In the Beis Hamikdash, they would actually say the name of Hashem, the Yud Kei Vav Kei. They would say the name of Hashem, but in the Medina, in the city, they would say Adonai. We pronounce just the vowels that are put on the name of Hashem without the consonants. The consonants we replace with Aleph, Dalet, Nun, and Yud. Even though the consonants, when you look at it, the Aleph has a patach, a chataf patach, and when you look at the Yud, there's a shva. That's because a chataf patach is really a shva. Just under an Aleph, it turns into a chataf patach. So, you follow that? Look at a Yud Kei Vav Kei. Look at a Yud Kei Vav Kei in a Siddur or in a Chumash, and it's going to have a shva under it. And what you're meant to do is you replace the consonants with a, and then it has a chaylam, so you adoy, and then it would have a kamatz, and you would read it noi. Yeah. But when you look, but really, where do you get the a from? Because it doesn't have but the a is really the shva under an aleph becomes a chata.
When we say it, like in regards to Qur'anim, we say Amen 3 times, or the congregation says 3 times. But if you're blessing your child, is a person supposed to say Amen 3 times, or just one?
I don't know.
The suburbs in the base of English.
He's a Kohen.
Yeah.
His name is Kahana.
We said, I said last night the gematria of these two names is
Very good, yeah. Sukkah is the gematria of Yudke, Vavke, and Adonai. Sukkah 91.
Chesed and Gvura.
Okay, b'mikdash hayom Hashem kitzav medina medina kayim naisim eskavim keneged kaspeyim. In the
Gotta be quick.
in the city, the kohanim hold their hands here, next to their shoulders. Mikdash al gabi Hashem, but in the mikdash they would hold it above their heads. Why? Because the shechina would come down on their head, on their hands, and if they hold it like this, it's like they're on the level of the shechina, and also they're not supposed to be looking at that. We had a mashpia in yeshiva that he would talk about Atzilus and Bria, Yetzira. So he would go like this. He would go Atzilus, and then there's Bria and Asiya. And then Bria, Yetzira, Asiya would go like, okay, we know on what level he's at. Good. But anyway, the Kohanim would hold their hands out, and the Shechina would be on their hands, so that wasn't appropriate. So in the Mikdash, they hold their hands above the head. However, Chutz Mikayin Gadol Shem Magbias Yadav L'mayla Min HaTzitz. The Kohen Gadol is not supposed to raise his hand above the tzitz. There's the Zayar in Parshas Yisro at the beginning talks about not raising your hands above your head. Over there it says in prayer that you're allowed to. It's an interesting piece. Rabbi Yehuda Aimer, Af Kohen Gadol Magbias Yadav L'mayla Min HaTzitz. Rabbi Yehuda says no. The Kohen Gadol would raise his hands above the tzitz. Shenemar v'yisar nas yadav ela'am vayavarchem. And Aaron would raise his hands. Aaron raised his hands above Vayisa Arnes Yadav. He raised his hands to the people and he blessed them. Okay, you know what? I stopped over there. Did you prepare this Mishnah also? I didn't realize. I thought that was the whole Mishnah.
Yeah, kind of.
You want to take over?
I should try. Go for it.
Oh, are you going to be here after davening also?
No. Well, it depends what davening.
Okay, so let me do. We're going to the 7:30 minyan, correct? Or the 8 o'clock?
8 o'clock.
You're going to the 8 o'clock?
8 o'clock. No, I'm going. To
Okay, you're going.
But this crowd generally goes to the 8 o'clock.
So do we have another 10 minutes? Okay, good. So Avram Nassim, take over. Yeah. Let me.
Stay right there. Stay right there. I'll scoot on over here. Getting right over here.
The video set up.
Tune the phone over a couple seconds.
Oh boy. No, sit
Yeah,
there.
you sit down. I want to see what this looks like on the back.
Okay. So now we're switching gears. Now we're talking about the carbon Tamid.
I didn't do Gimel.
Yeah, I understand.
Okay.
Mishnah Gimel talks about the carbon Tamid. Bisman Shekayin Gadol writes a lahakter when there were times when the Kohen Gadol wanted to get involved in doing the service, and if he wanted to get involved in doing the carbon Tamid, he would go up in the ramp leading to the Mizbeach. And his assistant would be on his side, on his right side. When he came halfway up the ramp, I guess it was maybe a little bit steep. The assistant would help him up on his right side. I think it goes like in line with what you said before, that they needed 3 people to help him bow down because of the heavy rocks on his shoulders. Probably, I'm guessing. So basically, there was the line of people, the line of Kohanim, that each one had their animal part with them, and they were in a line first to 13. And the Kohen Gadol was now at the top, and the first person, the first of the Kohanim who had the rush and the regel, the head and the leg, the Samach Alein, the Kohen Gadol would now do smicha on these body parts, on the animal parts, the Zarkan, and he would then throw those animal parts on the Mizbeach, on the fire in the Mizbeach. The first person would then stay at the top of the base, at the Mizbeach, Haishit Hasheni L'Rishat. The second person in line would give his animal parts to the first kohen. Shtei hayadayim leisin lushan. Shtei hayadayim leisin lekayin. Shtei hayadayim, the two hands of the animal. Leisin lekayin, he would give it to the kohen gadol. The kohen v'samach alei, and the kohen gadol would do his smicha on it. V'zarkan, and he would throw the body parts onto the mizbeach. Nishmat hasheni, the second kohen would now go back down to the bottom. V'halach, and this is how it would go on. The third person would come up. He would give to the first kohen. The kohen would hold the parts out for the kohen gadol to do smicha. The kohen gadol would then throw the part up on the mizbeach. So the first person in line would stay up there, and each person would give their part to the first person, and then they would go down, and that's how the process would end. This is how they would all pass it on and go back down to the bottom. Like this is how it would go on for all the other limbs. For who samach alein, and he, the kohen gadol, would do smicha on them, v'zarkan, and he would throw the parts onto the mizbeach. But Bisman Shahir writes that sometimes the kohen gadol wasn't actually interested in even throwing the body parts on it or the limbs. So Bisman Shahir writes that there are certain times he wanted that if he wanted hayisamach, he would just do smicha, v'achrim zarkan, and others would do the throwing of the parts onto the mizbeach. After all the parts were thrown onto the mizbeach, it would come time for the kohen gadol to circle the base of the mizbeach. So from where would he? In what direction would he circle? First, he would start off in the southeast corner of the mizbeach. Mizrachis Tzvainis, then he would head to the northeast corner. Tzvainis Maravis, he would go to the northwest corner. Maravis Dremis, and then to the southwest corner. So in essence, he went counterclockwise.
But he's outside.
No, I think he's at the top.
He's up on.
Yeah, he's at the top. Now to finish the Tamid service, Nasnu la yayin lenesach hasagan. Nasnu la yayin lenesach. Now they would give the kohen gadol the wine to pour over the burning limbs.
It was not over the limbs. It was done on the. There were holes, I think, that he would pour it into.
Okay.
And this should be on the
Little drain pipe.
the drain.
Okay,
It was on
fine,
the
correction.
west.
We had mentioned about that.
It was on the west side.
Yeah, southwest corner.
So he's worked his way around.
Yes.
Okay.
Haskan Aymed al Hakaren, his assistant was standing off on the corner over there. V'hasidurim biyadeh, and he had like a handkerchief in his hand. Shnei kahanim aimdin al shulchan hachalavim. There were two kahanim who were down below at the tables where they were chopping up the body parts, right? And they had two trumpets in their hands. Taku v'hariu v'taku. They blew a tkiya, trua, and a tkiya.
They did do blows.
See him. What time?
Ba'u v'amdu Eitzel ben Arza. They came and these Kohanim who blew the trumpets came and they stood next to Ben Arza. Echad mina v'echad mismaila, one on his right and one on his side. Shachal lenesach v'hini. Okay, after the Kohen Gadol finished pouring the wine, again v'hini faskan b'sudrin. The attendant would wave with his handkerchief. That was his signal to cue up the band. V'hikish ben Arza b'tzaltzal, and Ben Arza had two cymbals. He would bang them together. V'divra levim b'shir, and the Levium would start to sing their song. Higiu leperek, when it came to the end of each, the end of their song, or the end tiku the Kohanim would blow the shofar. V'ishtachavu, and they would v'ishtachavu am, and the nation would bow. The people around would bow down. I'll call Parak at the end of each part that they finished singing. Taku, they would blow. I'll call Tekiya Yishtachvu, and at the end of each blowing they would bow down. This is the order of how the Karban Tamid was done. Amen. That we should go back to doing the Karban Tamid on a regular basis.
Go ahead.
Yes. Okay.
Going to finish the Mishnah.
Oh, okay.
You go.
Do you have a question?
No. I thought you.
No, he was going to do the Siyam.
Oh, okay.
So we
now,
honor the.
what was
the
on
group.
the Levium's
You're
plate?
next.
What was on the Levine's playlist? Hashir Shaya Levine, Member B'Mikdash B'Yem Rishon. The song that they sang in the Beis Hamikdash on Yom Rishon was Hayo Aimrim Lashem Aretz U'Malay. This is the same Hashir Shayim that we say every day today. Lashem Aretz U'Malay Tevel V'Yesh Revam. Basheni on the second day Hayo Aimrim God Lashem U'Mahul U'Maid B'Yer Lekenu Har Kachay. Bashlishi on the third day on Tuesday Hayo Aimrim Elakim Nisa Badase El B'Kerev L'Him Yishbeit. Revi on the fourth day Hayo Aimrim El Nekamis Hashem Kel Nekamis Afia. Chamishi on the fifth day, Hayo Aimrim Aninu Lehim Uzenu Haril Yaakov. Bashishi on the sixth day, Hayo Aimrim Hashem Melech Gayus Lavish for Gamer and Shabbos. Hayo Aimrim they would say Mizmor Shir Liam Shabbos, Mizmor Shir La'asid Lavei, Liam Shekul Shabbos of Nuchul Lechaya Elam.
Amen.
Say the Hadron.
Is it here?
So yeah, go for it.
Hadron Lam Bizman Kayin Gadol Slika Lab Mesechtes Tamid. But is that whole thing?
No, you got to do the next one. 1 second. Let's hear all the blessings.
I don't know if it's in this Gemara though. I don't have
Here
it.
it is.
Yeah.
You have it in this one?
Is that?
Here's bigger
All
letters.
right.
if you want.
We do the whole thing to the end?
No, this is Masechet Midas. You have to switch it for Tamid.
Oh, I got it.
Let's see if it's in here. Is it in here?
Oh, we'll go back and find it. Let's go back and find it.
Yeah.
הוא עושה קדיש פה עכשיו.
It's
not
not there?
there.
Okay, so use this. I don't know if this Tamid.
Let's do it. Hadron Allah Masechtes Tamid, Hadron Allah, Da'atan Allah Masechtes Tamid, V'daitan Allah, Allah Nis Nashei, Minach Masechtes Tamid, V'lai Nis Nashei Minan, La Ba'amin Hadein, V'lai Ba'amin Da'asei.
Do that 3 times.
Hadron Allah Masechtes Tamid, V'Hadron Allah, Daitan Allah Masechtes Tamid, V'daitan Allah, Lai Nis Nashei, Minach Masechtes Tamid, V'lai Nis Nashei Minach La'alman, Hadin V'lai Ba'alma Da'asei. Hadron Allah Masechtes Tamid, V'Hadron Allah, Daitan Allah Masechtes Tamid, V'daitan Allah, Lai Nis Nashei Minach Masechtes Tamid, V'lai Nis Nashei Minan, Lai Ba'alma Hadin, V'lai Ba'alma Da'asei. Hiras Mefanecha, Neil Heinu V'lai Avseinu, Shetahi, Terasechem Emunasenu, V'elam Hazeus, Heimanu Leilam Haba, Kanina Bar Papa, Rami Bar Papa, Nachma Bar Papa, Achayu Bar Papa, Abba Bar Papa, Abba Mari Bar Papa, Ram Bar Papa, Rakish Bar Papa, Surcha Bar Papa, Ada Bar Papa, Dabra Bar Papa. Haravna Neil Hena Stiver Tersech Bifina Ubifi Face, Amcha Beis Yisrael, Vinian Kulanu Anachtu Vatzainu Vatzai, Amcha Beis Yisrael, Kulanu Yedish Mechav Lem Beis Araspa, Vaeva Tzachachmeni Mitzasecha Kilaelam He Libi Sam Bechukecha, Laman Lay Avish, Laelam Lay Eshkach Pekudecha, Ki Vam Chis Yisani, Barcha Nelam Deni Chukecha, Amin Viamin Sela, Vaed. Meide manachno lefon nachad neil hin of leer senu samta khalkene me yesh ve beis hamedrash lay samta khalkene me yesh ve karnes she ana mashkim ve hemashkim ana mashkim le diber ter ve hemashkim det waren betelen ana mailen ve hemailen ana mailen u bekavim skar ve hemailen ve ana bekavim ve ana ve einan bekavim skar ana ratzim ve hemratzim ana ratzim lechai elam haba V'heim ratzim liver shachas. Shnemar ba'al telhim teradim liver shachas. V'anshe damim mermirba. V'yechsu yemeim v'ani eftach v'yihirosim v'fenecha ad neil henu. Elehei kashem she'azartani. L'sayim mesechas tamid. King tarazani lahaschem mesechtes u'sfarim acherim. U'l'sayim am lilmoid olamid lishmar lasis l'kaim eskol diva teram l'teresecha be'ava. U'schus kol hatalayim v'amirim. The Talmid Chachamim Yamaid Li Lazari Shalai Yambo Shatera Mipi Zari Zari Ad Elam. His Kaim B Behils Halecha Tancha Isa Beshach Becha Tishmar Alecha Bahakitzehi Tesichecha Ki V Yirbu Yamecha Vyasif Lachashnet Chaim. Erechem Mina Besmela Chavda Nay Islam Mitin Vercham Basham. This Kaddish?
No, you can say a Kaddish Darabana.
We stand, obviously. I don't think I know Kaddish Darabana.
Well, the Darabana part you'll catch over there. Al Yisrael Darabana. Al Yisrael Yisrael Val Rabbanan. Okay.
All right, he's got a Shnei Rabba.
Amen.
Amen. Die Baruch Hu Savi Amalach Baruch Hu Savi Asach B'Kan V'Kar Mashiach.
Amen.
Vayech Navi Mech Mechayr Chol Beis Rova Goz Man Kodavim Rami.
Amen. Amen.
Morach Lamay Skor Yisabach Fispar Beis Rami Yisam Shis Rav Yisrael Sol Shmeri Kotche Brief.
Amen.
Leila Mikal B'Chas V'Shrosa Tish B'Chas V'Nechem Masada Minam V'Yom V'Vim Rami.
Amen.
Al Yisrael V'Al Rabban V'Al Tamidei V'Akol Tamidei Samidei V'Akol Mandas Kim B'Raisa Yiva Asra Hadin Div Chobach Asar V'Asar Hela Hein Ulchain Shlam Rabba Chinam Chitzav Rachmim B'Chaim Marichim V'Zayin Ravicha B'Karnim B'Kadam Avu and Shmai V'Im Rami.
Amen.
Hey Shlam Rabba Mishamayim Chaim Tev Malena V'Alka Yisrael V'Im Rami.
Amen.
Aisa Shlam V'Im Yas Shlam Malena V'Alka Yisrael V'Im Rami.
Amen.
Want to present our certificate to our CM star. Daf Yomi CM star Avram Nelson Roth is hereby recognized for his exceptional job in making a CM. Certified by Rabbi Smith. And because very soon you're going to be doing the actual service, we got him a silver shovel and signed by whoever we can get to sign it. He loves his pictures, and we have a picture by him.
Africa, excellent.